Okay. Okay.
Yana the never travel kakra.
Yes, I saw my money na akwaba biem eba etesɛn wabrabɔ etesɛn wawareɛ etesɛn na wumpo mu so etesɛn rantia ne mabaawa mu siesie mu akwa awareɛ mu mahoboa etesɛn adeɛ na mmara no so ɛka ɛfa awareɛ ho ɛno to na nwumre yatena se a yade nkunya yɛba pinsem mu na yapɛ ne poma sibrɛ ama abusua ani ade na wo ankran so wonya wo ho nti aseɛ na ene ya tena ase a na kyerɛ sɛ ensɛm no de ɛyɛ bɛdɛ de bia yɛ de nsɛm foforɔ de brɛ mu esua de adwene eni baako fo ti eti na nipa ɛyɛ mienu sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a we de ne de ɛba na we so de ne de aba na edi mu ɔmɔden ama me sɛ wobɛkɔ Facebook na wakɔ my CTVGH na wakɔ akɔhyɛ na wa like ɛde ama me for comment na so yɛ dɛ egu hɔ the WhatsApp line 054 055 2519 054 055 2519 for comments nebra na ye koye ni ma sister Joa making kani na ede amamo ai sanso me bi e phone lines na ye obetumi enso de wadwen kire nya ntokanye gufu so ede aba nene de na ye ka ho asem marrying someone with children say wo wari obi a wo madada ana se mo ya krado se mo bewura awale mu no na wa hunu se ba ko wo ma na wode no eba abeware kwan ba so na mbefa ade mo tutu nyina ba yi ama na di mu ama mo nya mo ho nti ase na mo de awura sa aware ya ba ko wo ba dada ana se mo mienu kra obi a wo ba from the previous relationship ana se marriage na mo ba be ka mo tira bom na maware se okun ne oyere den so nkola na ewo mu no ebe ya hawo ana se ebe ya papa ede amaye eti na ne many counselor George Cyril C. Lutrod. Counselor Akwaba.
Yeah, no, I want to say.
I don't know.
If you have for there. And if you have your point at Medina, be some oh, train and you.
As I say,
and they are not nobody here. When you feel so,
they are real.
And then how? Only credit. Hey, I wish I mentioned this out. Now, the China is my woman. You are ready.
Counselor, most of the producer and they managing me and be of friend. I'm in a master.
And you see, producer, they can you.
Or no, managing me.
Or managing? Oh,
yeah. I am a manager, the road manager. The BB, yeah.
Okay. And so manage you.
Managing me.
And so that.
I have for counselor.
Oh, I have some so. Obi na ke bi some time ago say the manager na any BB e chire mu no mo pre YouTube ho.
Sound.
It na bi say o da na o manager da. And now da na go abonten.
Hwan.
Unim. And our industry.
I say na sem na me de maso ti o.
But money na tie form never go out.
Sound. Me da say. Can you too far? Na che say eno ano no se me mo bro de antie form.
Na o da na o manager da.
Me da dia o beda, but ye adwuma true out to dia won.
But say o da na wa da. E ti won da ya o na go abonten da.
Happy.
And to be ban no say o producer anyem na obetuma je chinye say o da na wa da.
Yes.
But you cut it hand to say boboba boboba
boboba bro ni be kan say it's folding coming
it's folding asante fo me chia mo kuma se fo nyina
esro e menya asante fo ka se tia
me chia won
me be hene da for me hene
Oh, sir. Oh, you might be any amadi. The men are making somebody and from the Emra. Una Ojiana. Una Oji.
You can do 2 for ever.
Oh, okay. It's one idea somebody and from now. One agent somebody, what do you hear me? What an agent? But the number mammy, I'm sending be man wife.
Your point,
Milo, me and son. They bought Omochidom.
Milo.
Me and son.
I have found tonight, actually, as I'm on phone, and I did to your need, and just say, you need that job for a weekend. I know a day, but I'm on phone now, your mamma, shed day. When you're in CSA, before being PS before, acting as the hour more share you a day, but yacha, we na dear, a more adding counselor.
Yeah,
Why a fair?
Let us see me fast that I can see my body line clothing. Omo Accra Central, the biggest boutique for the past 15 years. They've not disappointed me.
I'm on your massive one.
No, share Madian and Sena and for none money I am granted. Come on, and a money yes on the shop. I like this, and to a giant Madian this year. I've not also be the money Baba, but
say, Mamma, do moon shop, money shop.
Say a toy,
Money,
no for to move, chia.
Answer me, you want you because yeah, shamu pie,
move that shop, would be a son, moye. Mugasa motoni di tia 20 de bia 20 de bia shop ni de bia na emana mo ezi ya mema kwa emana ba ho mo to ma mema eti ma the Father's Day na be yesre mo mu fa ho ma ye ya we lot of summer shirts enya hwe beji ure mu ba ho ye bia ho ma but Bodyline Clothing is the best place to be. That's so right. Far Oma holding me down for 15 years. Wow. The kind of correctors a suit na Michelle de Tiano is 8 years. Wow. This suit is 8 years. And yet Ghana language ni any papa anka. Like I only be happy with but me ni papa yeko. That's the problem. I don't have any best place that I wash my shoes. So if you have a good place that when it's sport you can pay. Because me the media call wise way cleaners no mo serve the first suit 11,000. It make us Bodyline Clothing na one ho FA. Na stress in the me yire ho.
FA and say Mrs. Lucho say.
Almost so that was say. Why?
Me pay the show na.
That's it.
Eti ahwefo na say and then marrying someone with children say wo kwa ware na nipa no wo madada wo so wo mba na mu nyina mo kwa akotena ebeboa anase eboa so so ben e na wo sa di we hu na obi abo na ware aso so wo ba na wo de kwa ware a eyemusuo eyebone ebusuan so se de counselor
but that's it
asa be bewura mu no odi si no
Castenson you go for 3 penny wo me ba no and adopted and original. Only 3 people. Castenson. Obia nani je car ho a the Pisca.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cause our Pisca.
And the me ya me nam no Pisca bebre wo.
Mate. Na counselor start check me chia because na no me ye hu hwehwem hu say ha na ba yo ano. Etime da ase. So one counselor amana ware ejina.
Me nsa na me no.
Ewura me da ase. Ewura me no ti na di kan me da ase. Counselor.
So you met Tortis.
Counselor, me say
you met Tortis.
Oh
wow. Akefo wakoshia Tortis.
So I actually do. So I do. Na me nim dada. It is counselor. Ye remo ni say ye kwa ware na obi awo mba. Ebeboa.
And that's it. On say a conversation the woman I had there say we don't have the whole day. So how many police can say yes, yes, situating in a way with my benefiting. And mema Obama dear, emba eba wadi asia. Any oba any enkwalaba wadi asia nyefe.
Bema de eba wadi asia. Any oba ono so de de eba na enyefe.
Ena ye nyina de enkwalaba wadi asia enyefe.
Wow.
It's not the same.
I think I do ya ho ya share ya ware. Until if you love me, love my dog.
That statement, you know, the other buyer, and we are 70 years ago. And according to the royalty laws, the original owner of anything, any product, after 70 years, is no more relevant to be paying for royalties.
Oh, okay.
It is some no kind of son of can in the sun. It is not like if you love me, love my dog. Debbie. Obi nhwe kwase mi ba enye atembidie eyempanyifo kasa.
Oh, okay.
Obi nhwe kwase bi ba na yesi bema efaw no ne wo no nya wo ho ade a wabu
kwase a
wabu abusua no kwase a wa hye kwase anyense ono ba wo kwasi aba na se oye na adwen so obeye wo ho ade a na yaje ni kwasi ebu nsan eti wanya wo ho ade de a eta ho saa eti na akọje oba ho de your list na se ayembia ne na wo dada ye sign the kwasi ebu list eka ho ma
yeah
eti nya atembidie
okay
but the di kan no ye bisa say den na be ma obi aye bon one ana obi aye obi owo baba ako ye hwe emma ne ho esanse akokọ ba tan na ne mbadi na chi
because say mude na yo
na okọ court na asemasi ne de nkwala emma baby a omanya asomdwe a the first consideration is the mother unless it's proven otherwise that her sanity will affect the children. Environment will be considered and the man will be asked to place the mother and children at the proper environment. It's oba de ono na enkwalante tie ye giti mu se ewie peyo e wo nsem. It's na no man can make a home but can build a house.
No man can make a home.
No man can make a home.
Na aware anye mienu ne etete nkwala.
Enkwala tete enye ye mienu ne etete se ye mienu te wo ne etete wo.
Eja mo ba no.
Me wale wo a wo hye me sunsum ne ma ho onden ase. So by virtue of your instruction, I am the talk back in your ears. What ye do tell you be breaker. Oh sha watch no atemu break. Bibi wo aso me friend talk back. And a man who say emre aso ko se bra. So the head of the man over you, who you believe is the one directing and steering affairs, doesn't need his presence, but his presence guards you in the house. So every time you are making a referral in Kwalana Brabomono, you give the God factor who is the man over you. He could be a father, not a husband, but he's an authority. It means he has a metnefia. As an Ankolana Tio, Bankolani Nimusel, who a unibiase, who and Shishabiase, who a dibia one cassa would dia.
I have to my money.
We a tria, un church requine. A trebi or chrequine, Iraquine. I mean, tell you, a trebia were the chief for other followers.
Yeah.
So you see, in life, if you want to be a leader, don't look for followers. Follow your vision. Followers will follow you.
That's right.
Anytime you look for followers, you lose your focus. It is a many woba, ma wali wo, me wali wo. Unya ni mu say, bear man na share when yen saying a one ne wo badia. Akwala no bebu ade sense nya won ko na wotete no. Kai say yen komodie mo ha kai say there's nothing called single parenting. Samakada. You cannot be a single parent.
You are
not a single parent. You were not a single parent. You were not a single parent. You were not a single parent. You might be the only mother or the only parent.
But it's the mother that takes care of.
No, but you are not. You are not a single parent. You are the mother at the meanwhile. Now when I share Akolana, unko na we. Akolana ni eja. So eja. So the child has a father. So you are not a parent is where there's a male and a female that produce. So you are not single. You are not single. So that term is a wrong term.
It's a wrong term.
You can say I am a single mother for now, or I'm the only parent around the child. But you are not a single parent as if to say open a woman. There is a man who impregnated you, and if a child is growing with a woman who doesn't know the man who impregnated her, let me bring an exemption, a caveat. Maybe you were raped, so you don't know the father of the child. Forgiveness. But if you were not raped, but there was a sexual intercourse that happened within the three forms, either the unwanted, the unplanned, or the planned, and at the end of the day, you put to birth, I will ban dear, Mesrel, Ma Bofrano Huneja, Abofrebia Wunia, O Mame. Anyone to the papa biano. Sini who not sure papa. It sounds said, as Santini Shanyan sang near the Ibenidia to Abofrano. A clan Susum yard before Susum, a young Cranfos, a Santivo Susum. We are Santini, Naya the Ibenidia, who knew now Susum airbre. A ja and Samun Shira. And a ma Abofra a year before. It sounds said, as Santini, I see a two, Quabna quarting. Now, mamma, and the papa before near to. forgive Bebechocho. I don't know why I confused. Yeah, two bedin, yeah, in fact, a jadin, two bedin. A mamma quite so, open to me bedin, who to if I look and two bedin. Would you be Dean Mubi, a near the kind, George, you, Castassin, you, Cyril, you, and you be now what the Edia to bedin, or to be bedin, and now won't the family D end to us here. A son said, Obia, Obushedin, a young Moja, a young Kureda with you.
Oh, okay.
So a father's name, a family's name cannot be adopted on any child. That is why by the adoption law, there are a lot of things you need to prove.
Yeah.
The child must be proven that the father is incapacitated. They are not available. It has been given to you by documentation. It will be to me to be a friend in Lutrot. I believe be any assassin your friend in Lutrot. Asantini be any friend in Lutrot. Send me the media to be and I'm a mobile who quite so unfair media. Or to me for Casterson, or to me for George. No, I never said a baby, your friend in George. You see, oh, we didn't to Counselor Lutrot. But I said, to me, so it is a curse to write your mother's father's name, which means, Obi a born one. Na and ye didn't home come on. Why nipa the fast way a born 1 year very important. Why be brave super nipa than born one? But no woman is supposed to stay forever with a child without marriage.
Now, Maya, counselor, I don't know when they.
Let me tell you the truth. All of you watching me this afternoon, that you have children and you are not married, the problem is you. You are angry. Put up the TV. I'm the one saying it. I want to finger your eye.
You are the one saying it. No,
I am fingering your eye again.
It sounds like it.
See the mechanic. Jadiokan. See away. Don't blame the child. Blame yourself. Blame yourself. Now, ututu wankasa ohune anaweni na warrior and number no worry.
What that it can be about surname no. What's the essence of surname?
It defines the family you come from. Or if you it's very important. Bible says in the genealogy of the Bible, Matthew chapter 5, it tells us the genealogy of where Jesus came from. So the blood clots that formed the fetus and became a baby, and then you were born, is the name of the man. So the sperm of a man carries a name.
It's be fun to say what Benini. I don't command ye the baby, young Claire when I am right. What about Benina who say a dear idea toss on and ye dear war pay. To me, one who finds our son.
Oh, get in over.
Every near the Agoloshi at also.
Oh, I did the same.
How did you?
No, I did the same. You can touch all your names, but you cannot touch the family name.
A dinner at the toll, you don't want to Lutrot. Maybe a mabenini. Now to say me them who say Lutrot the dinner, Yadia me pay. Mean to me because you have David and son. You
can change everything, but not your surname. Because your surname defines your DNA. You can change other names. So they gave you Listowell, which means you lick so well. Lick so well. So lick so well.
Counselor.
At your front lick so well. Forward march.
Lady Reverend Jen Anderson, so now I'm counselor this mommy. Now they all candidate. Mention that
because your surname defines where you're coming from. That is why a man who wants to prove to your father that he doesn't do anything will marry you and remove your common noun and give you a proper noun. So, for mommy, your friend is saying, Mrs. Dane.
Anderson.
Mrs. Dane.
Anderson.
You are doing the same. A ball, I hear to you.
It's the same you may now. I will do so. I will say, I prepare. Send a bay. You would ask him more. Obetia see so we are born one and I hear canon. Who is say a young from so. Born one named and young from so. Born two, so young from so. Then we'll train a bed one and I'm not.
When I born 5 hours, I said, I can. Born 5 hours. Oh, yeah, born 5 in Bama 5. Now, see, any wedding.
It's a woman may come and walk.
I could have Ghana or West Swadi.
No, you may Ryan commodity anymore. Say. waware na wo mma na de wura awade animu a ekwan afa so a emma ne baaye no cancer ama ye hu afi ne ebe wura mu no se ya haw ene kwan ebe fa so a ye na de emma bebom ne atimi atena ware animu ama emfa haw bi ama no obi nka se ya wahwe wo de yie wahwe mi de yie na wo ma wo de aduane wo ma me de aduane se ne e koso enne e wo ye bibi mam ha no eti mo mi twa mo kakra bi nra na afi ye fa dwumede en hyehyɛ so kama we don't need him right now. Can't say me ha. Hey,
I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee a ginger chips at me power chow. Say any mappe ginger chips dear. Eh? And then I worry. And it is something say you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it so we will be pick green tea to send me near me green tea and I may be a gum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me saka no na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about a ginger and you see the health benefits of ginger. But need just some say get the organic honey and I come and I get mappe ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina mubitimi afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver get your more kama. So we Ghana so a be patch of free.
0277-609-644.
Mappe ginger chips dear. OBA here.
Kwame, good night. Near here. For the adjunct. Doggy. Hey, son, I should change so two more do palm doggy. So, before you,
I didn't go on a bossy.
AJ, I out noise. Ta 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 doggy ta 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 doggy. Bemi City College. Ewa akuto behind. Egbe ta 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 ta. Avale kolo me. Kolo ella viva. Ava echo glegle. Kolo ekudu. Yem can't ask you. Won't I be?
I don't want to.
Momontro I be casanima. It's a way it's a scripture. Avale kolo me. Kolo la viva. Ava echo glegle. Kolo la vudu. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 19. A scripture na makoto no. O pass your Bible say niwa. Ko kan say sia o Bible nkwale. Hwe. Proverbs chapter 30. Proverbs chapter 30. Proverbs chapter 30. Ken. Ah. I go phone nyina mbra Facebook mbe tro say de make kan nyɛ saa na. I go phone nyina mbra.
Perez. Yanko. Yo, yada mu nyinaa ase ɛma mo akɔ aba biem. Yasan so aba Lady Reverend Jan Anderson abɛka yɛn nsa. Na yɛbɛgye no ama ntɛm sika. Sɛneɛ counselor ka no sɛ woba later $100 kyɛ sɛ woba yɛ na wode ato dwumadie ne so. Mame ka wɔ sɛ yɛ WhatsApp line yɛ 055 2519. Wɔmɔden ara sɛ wode wo WhatsApp no ɛbɛba. Nipa bebree de wɔn questions ne ade aba yɛbɛbusa counselor na mpɛ sɛ yɛwura mu akra ansa na yɛaba yɛ messages ne so ɛsiane sɛ nnɛ no so yɛwɔ story of the day abayewa bi de n'asɛm aba ama abɛda yɛn eti wo deɛ ɛkɔ so a fa wo messages no ɛbra wokɔ my CTVGH so a our comments nyinaa fɛgu hɔnom ɔbaa adwama wabɛkenkan ne nyinaa ma WhatsApp line yɛ 054055 2519 054 055 2519. Oba, me mwakwa ba, why efe?
That's your bad.
Hey, you are coming there.
Oh.
You are drinking.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That shall not text. But now only council, but council bell was I don't know if it's Hannah. I mean, who's asking that day? Will be our what you did. Below or there. You know, single for there, but now what are you doing? Be out.
Also, who is a bonini?
A momsa.
Open maybe
Me, counselor.
Open maybe.
We were Rams. It's in come on, you marry someone with children and ye come on assembly. Now, ye counselor Esha say, Beba Lady Reverend. So, my mini counselor, counselor.
The first thing is, I say a TSA, what enacted you with a child alone. It is uncalled for me to hear that a woman has a child and say, I'm the only person taking care of the child. It's uncalled for.
It's true, and that's what's going on.
No, but it's uncalled for. Majority of the cases, close to 85%, are women inflicted. It's hard to say, any woman who believes that I can do it alone has a mental deficiency. Because there's no child that has become proper in this world raised by the mother alone.
So Obankan
tete abofra bia abofra no nye papa da so ye be ma so you can differ and beg. Give me 10 women that were raised by their mother alone or their grandmother and I'll prove their deficiencies before you. Give me 10 boys or 10 men who were raised by their mother alone and I'll prove to you their deficiencies. There is nothing that you can make out of life with your mother alone, without your father present. They are not okay. Hey. I can prove their deficiencies to you.
Oba, dear counselor can.
And Nyampa ain't me to consider because there are single mothers out there.
There are no single mothers in my definition.
Emma muntie Obi wo ha wo hu. Ono nko a o be fast onyi se mpo no. Be man say nyo no a wanje ba no. Enti wono na ehwe ne na buya. Ani adofo a eben no. Na eboa ne man raise a child. There are people out there, a lot of people out there.
Any day.
People out there. Any of my phone no money abusia na esi wo yie. Na esi wo mu yie a wo kita wo nyuma nkese a almost so I blessing to other people. When to say counselor I say no nya possible there. And that's some phone na you raise your money. If I say bia almost share that papa
they are not complete.
So complete.
They are not complete.
It's a big fat lie.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
All right.
It doesn't exist. So everybody not over. Not se me and I make sure makora. Not all cover. Na bia me wadofo ebe me. My small me buy school fane bremi. Ni ade na there is no husband. There is no man beside me. Or boa mama sha akola na. No, I don't think say so wrong.
No how be a deficiency be
ejuma ejin di me aduru ho. Ejuma ejin de nkola na aduru ho. Enti ni sam conference no. Omo ye elite san me ya na so mo ye penifo e wo society mo. Omo ye omo adwuma no man kesi.
Enti come so ka say how e wo mo a. How
then come on you say what you say ye pass. The fact that you see all of us dressed in suits, corporate, nice dress, speaking good English, having all the degrees and the masters, and praising our mothers when we are taking our certificate at graduation, doesn't mean that we don't have a deficiency of lack of a father in our lives. I'm saying it again. a mother who vehemently, religiously decides to raise a child alone without the father's presence, not present to, presence in the life of the child, leave the child to grow with a deficiency.
What about if the father is not alive?
When the father is not alive, there's a father who is alive. Ejabiwa, ejabitiasi. And remember my
I know they can't dad.
they can make catch as it make us which say. Let me catch us say. Obia utia sisi uye muja kroa efi uja echio. Enti na me papa anje mawale. Me papa andi mechi anko wale. Me papa ntumi nje mawale. Eye me papa abusua. Me baba penyin no ko wale enye na mkoji ye. Me papa abusua na di echi. E san se moja na e kasa no. Eti me kase se wo si bema na onyim wo onye bema na nyim na dua bi se bio e na nyim na krama bi na nyim wo da me do bo be adwen. But se bema na nyim wo a woni bema na hye so me ka se e re
Bema na ne hye so.
eti se wo ka chem sa bofra ne papa ni ho a me nte wase
Oba abofra ne papa ni ho oni ho obi wo ha enyi se no wanje o se enya me ya
Sister, Miss
me
Leo.
enya me
Sofo mame, sofo mame.
enya me ya
Sofo
me
mame,
iti se
sofo
me
mame,
pa
sofo
anya
mame,
na nobody say
sofo mame.
ejabiti ati
Anase ba-
yes
Sofo mame.
ejabiti say anya na bia
Sofo mame, Miss Leo. Sofo mame to bua. Sofo mame dia o kan.
omo hweba
Dia o ban o tra do bi
omo
bisa.
hweba
Se bema say menjia, does it make him not to be the father of the child?
Though he's a father, all right.
Hello.
But I remember
Hello. Sofo mame Miss Leo.
obi sa me say
Se bema
eno
ka
mani
se.
ne ja na
Se bema onyim wo mema nyim wonim se me na ne me die. You are sure that I impregnated you. And I may say, abofre yi dia menjia. Does it change me from the father?
it changes.
Well, if
Because
this is
for
the
as
idea,
long as
no,
say,
hold on.
when
Sofo
you
mame,
can take you home percentage
Sofo mame,
of
Sofo
Sofo
mame,
why do I then name you
Sof-
so yeah abofra
Exactly.
papa
Sofo
why
mame.
why
Yeah,
and then
no, but
what responsibility you will not do it
Sofo
I
mame,
get the book coming in papa to me papa
oh, your father.
Sofo
me
mame.
papa
Me da
yes
say,
you
me da
help
say.
me o boa me o bedi me
Eh.
e ma say bio me di abofra no abewi
Auntie,
and that
hello, Sofo mame.
that is it
Uye moja kro. Di one wo da ye, e na ye ja, we ja.
And I'm a job of friend. What's the one neck?
Titi, so if you kasa ne say den, eja. He's a depositor. The most precious thing on earth is not the eggs of a woman,
By what?
it's the sperm.
don't make
Of
it
a man.
complete
Oh, no.
without the
What
eggs
makes
the
it-
sperm is incomplete
Hello.
without the sperm
Hello.
without the eggs
Hello.
it is incomplete
Hello.
From my adwuma ne yɛ adwuma na sɛ mo de aba bɛtu
So I want you to understand that what you have only one day to take a seed. Once every month. Once every month, you bring out an egg.
Mm.
But for the men, God created 24 hours production of sperm. Every man represents God. And I want you to understand, say, if a man sleeps with you today and you take seed, the child has a father. Let's establish that truth and stop using emotions.
Sounds like
Get out of emotions.
Oba when your emotions
It's right. It's right.
When
there.
your emotions,
The child has a father.
yes but first
But if somebody impregnates a woman and the person run
does it
away,
make you a father
na nipa no ni ho no mo a.
Does it mean the child doesn't have a father?
The
Oh,
child
but
no
then
a child.
yeah,
But
yeah,
people are here.
I want us to establish the fact that
Yeah,
the
but
fact that many will enter man wale when whom and chilesa abofra ni eja.
Okay. Yankoya.
They say eja esemu shira. And a man nipa yodefo.
oh counselor we
And
understand
na
that
ensemu shira anshiro bia. O ma me ensemu shira e ma wo yo bia.
Oba hey why you so credible so responsible
Says who?
taking care of that child
Say who? Says who?
oh you're so proud of me papa now who your papa
I mean, unfortunately-
who your papa now what our responsibility at all now why you knew why was won't penny a banner I what neglect me and me first oh yeah it is impossible
There is a man.
No.
There's a man who can be a father
It is
and not a husband.
impossible.
There's a man who can be a husband and not a father.
It's in na ya catch one away father sin na some more chimra. Na mo nya father.
No father has run away.
They creba
No father has run away. When you see any woman who is taking pets, standing and becoming a beggar to prove to everybody that I did it alone, either she's doing witch hunting as a witch or as a mental deficiency. It's not say so Mamika say or busy on online research. But no kure say majority of the challenges we are having is because of the absence of fathers in the life of children.
So hold on.
That's a big fact.
And most fathers, it is said that close to 68 to 70% of fathers are in prison as we speak now by record in the whole world. And what took most of them to prison is either a child support, some rape act, or some particular complaint or report from a woman of that sort. So most men are in prison because of women. And those who are suffering in prison, they have their women having subsidies from government, sponsors, supporters, philanthropists, and they are raising their children, making them feel that we are in prison for our irresponsibility, but we are in prison because of them.
How? Because of them.
Any man that dies on earth and leaves a wife is the wife that killed him.
Hey,
and I'll explain.
Counselor,
if you don't let me explain, you won't get it. Mommy, make sure the Bible just say, prophet be who. So, mommy, if you are kind scripture, neither, but the empire will change. I'm so quite original. You see, prophet ni who ye, ne yere etifie, and Columnia no prophet ni Jamano. Almost you see about them, Coco, now getting sense, somebody any be somebody said, you don't need to know. Ya ba ya na ya bedanka. Ya kaben. Who couldn't see us no? Car na otoma. Dan ya mutire mu. Sika wudi elkon eja Mrs. Luto, Mrs. of Mammy Luto, so man. Nina na ya ka. Na ka ne ba ya no de ne mam yeri na si awo ma yen said daachi. BBC no ni ho ayen sesan kole. Awaye wie ha ne de. Nkola no de a. Akola bi anya oba de a. Enti ya ba ya be sesan kola na akọ. Oba ne tina sidin no sorry no ko hu prophet Penika say die sini die make no oba fia oba bia fa nkọ adwindwi mo se wo ne be ma se na obwa wo hwie ana obwa ne ho aye ne hwie yi a eya kanachi na ma no mo apia na owu a dwinyi isan se be bia sika ni fi ni ba sebiu uni
how say no there's a momo yan fonso na mo ankyere yen ababia ne ma ni mema bebre ne ma si omo yere no
eti na nka ye koni to ba so fa me to bo obeba so ma so ma me ya wo tia de bi me ya wo tia me ya wo tin ko mo na se se me ya wo tia se da so ma me to bo so ma me to bo so ma me ya want to pray.
They want to please.
Yes, Christo, Daben
story.
Dabena Christoba. Only a Johnny a pan on your pet. The man is a Johnny a see Oban. Bisaho Bema or representing Yankopon or the idea see Yankafo. And in a year Bema the Timo do or person dear see. Now Abraham Yankopon Bekache and say Obaba acquire Brenya Isaac. Kwa Nako Kunu Mami Abraham fan if you feel Mr. Wu or Bosaya man. Does it make him a bad husband? A man who displays everything to the wife is not qualified for marriage.
Right, a man who displays everything to
so
the wife is not qualified for marriage. Yes.
Na se enebi e de ono ani whims, ne anger, ne attitude, the emotional instability. And the far bofre bi atena baby. E rezi akwala no. E wo no ane kuma so ade. Ama bofre na hu se eja bia ni baby a. Sa maame no.
Ebi no mo.
Ohia emwa. Esan se o wadwi mu yale. And sa bofra no so onye yeda in the terms of completion. That child will not be complete.
Counselor,
Okay.
are
He
you
could
saying
own
that
properties.
no?
So,
Are you saying
there is a mommy. Yes, the person is not complete. Obinka so ni nyansa. Obinka so Jimmy for. Obet may be a company, but he is not complete because a complete being is raising by a cycle, which is the male and the female, because that is how God made it.
Okay.
It is a machine yinseng. And I'm a martyr, says, Yinsa, you were unwanted pregnancy, you were unplanned pregnancy, and you were planned pregnancy.
Yeah.
The wife of mommy, me, I didn't say you planned pregnancy. Or my friend Nufua, Namiko, a unplanned. Mishia, a baby, say what we are Mishia. Now, ye, I didn't say, or China holiday, Yakofa baby, Ayakoto, J. Nanyin Semba. Yanya Yadrin say, and they are wanted. And the reflexes of every normal human being. What is not wanted? You reflect and say, I don't want it. So there are pregnancies that men have denied. Not denied because they are not the fathers, but denied because the plan for the action was not meant to produce the outcome. But yes, it happens. And
Okay.
because those who must prevent pregnancy are women, not men. But all of a sudden, if there is a form like that, not Beman see them, no Barney say, media, whatever it is. It doesn't make the child not to have a father. So me say, for you to marry with a child as a woman, we have to define what enacted, what produced, how did you get that child? Because the way you got that child will determine whether you can marry or you cannot marry.
Okay. So, Counselor, for example, say even if you are not able to get the background of the whole thing, but Akoba Nasa, and I was Shia Obi say, yes, or Warreno. And also by any day.
That was Shannon saying.
So you are talking about say the background and they there for far money buy any sign money na fine. If you are not Yeshia and San Common and Quanko Bem. By a share of and to say a beware.
Mammy, what am I doing? Say, and you do what I'm making. I'm not talking about who's come to marry you. Before you can, you see, how do you marry? So before you can have the opportunity for any man to walk to you to marry, you need to define the paternity of the child for yourself.
Okay.
I have a son. Who is the father of my son?
So what about if you come to know the father of that child?
Once you know the father of the son, then now you are having an opportunity to be married to another man. Okay. If you can know the father of your child, to be able to put the child in a quarters where he has a father and a figure who comes as a father, then you are lost to find a husband.
Oh, okay.
What you give us here? Because meba and comedy uba. Sahon you be sankomono, but say what you want no or you no go area. I mean, I want you to talk about everything, but not my son. It's not the reason why we are here. Yeah. I don't want to have anything to do with any other thing, you know. And I got this child through it, and it got pain, and everything was ready for me. And what happened was the way the child came, the way you became a born one, and yeah, I'm going to Ni krunu abema no nyim no wo ho ka kwanhia no ko hu ye obi wo kola because of a divorce obi wo no okoso kokana no ahwe once and a buy. So the process by which you became a born one will assist you to be able to marry, and I'll get there.
Okay. Oba Buremwe.
Oba. Whether process
Counselor say
whether process or no process. And now before while, like he rightly said, they are in pain, and that pain on me and come one thing. anase mre bi obedie na no so bekan enu ase
na
no
ko yesu
e di
yaw
yaw ni su na brɛ no obi wo ha ye rebi no obi wo ho a se ni o ka na bia one night stand bi pe ene ma ne e ba sa circumstances bi surround this issue no eno enkyerɛ sɛ agye sɛ wa explain sa fact na na wetumi anya aware ayɛ aware David da wo ba ya no
so nipa ne do na wo do na eno
anse ya no wa betu say ba wo ho the only thing ebetumi abem ne sɛ meka kyerɛ sɛ me wo ba sɛ man kan kyerɛ sɛ me wo ba na me de ba ne sia eno na enye but meka kyerɛ sɛ me wo ba can you talk about it you want to talk about it oh yes say ni see oh ni papa ti ase there bi ni papa enti ase nti wonim ni papa the sinne minim however way and I say baby kwa ni papa no e owo and that not stop me from getting married about out in America na say nti oba bi ti sa na se wo hweyen na so wo ka se eno e man ne ba ne kwa na se ne ba no onu kwa tete e ba na e ba ne enye yia no because ene obi wo kra pa wo ne na awo na se wo kra ne ba no oh my baby suafie me ni esemasi na e wo ba ye de ye nim wo ye de on ka pinchen enti no oba ne enante a onu kwanti bua eye den egu ni fo obeye dwumaden obeto nyama obeye ni obeye bia to make sure say sa eba na ekita ne ba beye obrempon bi daachi na sa obrempon no na sha say ye den e wo ho eno nkyere say if he was raised in the gardens tomorrow on Gina baby papa enye bibi enfama ebusua and a country as a whole David enti no oba no anase whoever we are saying and our back explain to me the fact the reason why how it came to pass and then they see oh oba the fact is akola na abem waba enti then you be move on what is the future like and no na ye hwe e dey na wom e dey na eba and am ka say ne anya wo mu ni say man kan kyerɛ wana sɛ me die sie me wo ba ne kyerɛ ya ware na wo ba hu sɛ me wo ba na fe eno edi consumption aba aware ni mu apart from any I don't see anything wrong with it obi o say I don't want to talk about it what can you do open na aware no open and shall move on that is it
that's right open na aware no open and shall move on enti enkoma ye de na de ano ye de obi a wo ba dada na okwa aware mu council am ya ti asese ansa na sa aware no kwa ese ba so no ese wo hwehwe mu na hu na kra ne fare bai eni naja aso naja te ase ana won te ase ebi akwan a ye fa so tete sa akra no enye kwan panti no wa hwe ni ya na ababa be ha aware na mo mienu mo ede mo kwa akwa na eti ni mo bebre wo hono mo ensenkan ye bebre wo hono ma obi a okura badada e kwa aware mu na ese wo hunu na wutimi si gina ye pa ansa na wodi awura aware na nkofa ha wanye den amfa ama oba so se de anya kwa ne se wodi ade wodi asie nipa no na wan kan kire nipa no se wodo nipa no nko ade a esan yawo ene nsema e bata ho nti obi wo ho a won pese obeka obekire mu se ni se ne ba no opa wa ade a eno anu se we moving on because there's a future for abofra no o plan ade na esa mo de ye muti a mo di igbo mu e go see say ai e wo CTV so eti no ene na etise dwumadie e na ye di ho enkomo no me se wa 054 0552519 our comments neighbor comment me pray aba na o want me twa me ho kakra bi na enne story of the day ni me fan to ho na ye nwura because efa asemi a ye kan ya aho hwe na ye ba no monsieur why na o me dia
you see what the dog is doing to you
okay dog get gone yeah, no. Hey, okay.
Of the day.
I see a panel.
Oh, I'm got him.
Hey, what was so?
Oh, something I call you. They say we are going, no problem.
And we are going.
Okay.
I say a beautiful night, and then come on. I know it. I want to hear me.
Okay. I'm going. What do you mean? I'm going to
and then just say, Menyanity as a fire service will buy bedroom down na Ejano annual day to Miss Woman and Monsieur. Na Afe. Woman no show na just say eja no ye ko briefing eja nda so adere a na edere. Eti do meni wo makasa. Na dwedie no ye koso. Uma me fa ene asama e wo ho no entudwa. Na ye mra medi enkomo. Me wo ba aware asemi di ano adin o. Wanya nyansa ene ma be ko bone. Eti yentie ye nua ba no na sem a wode aba beto yanim. Na fe obi afa na dwenkyere ne den emra. Wo so oba so no nyame hira wo ne wo team. Eduma pa mo eye bibi atete me e wa abrabom te me sere se mo beboa me na mesi gina ye pa o se mi hia abrante e wa sorry e na wode beto manim se wo pe me ampa me pene ma ye nyina ye bomu e nante ye na afei courtship ni mu ano e na bibusa ne se wo ba na nasemo ka kire me ane se da bi oniba adenti na me busa ne sa ko sen na emse mi busa ne sa ko san anye ne de na de me ka kire na ane se wo ba de a enya de a ma wofo ebepene ama yaware esanse wo mo so wo mo obi a wo ba dada wo mo pese e ware obi a woni ba esanse me so no ni ba na mi kunu anka bibia anche wo ba yaware awo emma mienu na anu na mi kunu epe mu e ka kire me se ese mo frɛ me line no why na e de betu just see a na anu na mi kunu pe mu e ka kire me se oba me soro ma ye obone fa kye me esanse me de bibia sio dokura ni nyina ne se me wo ma mienu e wo me previous relationship mu but mi ampa mu anka no kre na ankyerɛ abra ye hia ye ho de sanse na me do pa eyie na se pesa me de mofra no ebe ka ye mana yawo dada no ho ameka kye ne se me de menya amadwene se behwe oba foforo bi aba aka me ma no ho bi kuru mu ya kutukum eni anje emuaya me de man no oba eni ma sesa ewa ware a metimu no eni ji ane ya wo fie no sesei eni ji no aba fom eni ma ante sese ne na etie no ebiem eti oba mesrewa minim posa mabusuafo kra omote a minim se ne ombesi a ombefa asem no but madwena toton boame na mini anije nti yenu aba na asem a wode aba betu edwa no ebinie minim se yeni nkoma na mi ko bie phone lines no kakra emra ansana ba yeni nkoma ansa oba ma sha ase wo so nkoma ye die ebi ani o akohia obi a one ne be ware
ebi en wona mbi kanka se omodin muka ma honka ka kire nipa no se mi wo ba ebi a bibi sei ene si ye na me ni oba bi yekodi mpam agro anase mistake bi nyama bi say in a buy na me wo ma mienu me pese me no etina se nipa ne bechi watu mu nkoa se enya hwe mesumi no betina oba enu no waka wakuma mu no kura di ayeden e di ahwe nipa koro no na se wentumi anka na se aware ne ye shaware na 2 years 3 years 4 years na feina wo ba be ka che o partner ni say mi wo ba wo ba bia se bi wo gu aware ne nimtia counselor wa ha wa ye law oya we e ho deception bi ayeden abem enti anu krampo no anu krampo timi di aware jai ayeden eba because what that no what that ne di na ko bra be bia kaneti nya den empe because o think ka de busuam e no no akasa because sanya yedi kan ne say sem amofra na omotete yet say baby omfri at say what you ba awade ni mo say na oba ne be so adjustful to enkola na wodi na ba no say a new setting na wodi aba ne ya yeta ni atnem ebe ko ne say ye wie ye ebe ba ne say ene ono akasa nti ama enije efri awade no yes enije be free because enka me no ne nam ye do ye ho ne ye ho enti nti na wantumi apemu anka no kura bi say ancheme na wodi ade enti say esie me ne che say etinse wokum nipa no krampo wokunu susum ekura edi aka ho ebu nanimtia ewo na busua kura ni ne nafufo society a otimo no eho nyina afei no kwahye ne beba say ne ba ne sen da ben nie enti wehu ne nyina na ato no kwato be de obeyi ne ho ano enti to bana aya wanya de Wanya dear or bunny is not a fault, but Batman Anya dear. So to me, I had the cassia pound, I had some cassia because we're bunny, so was a busy cratering gum. A sunny Batman, not say, a friend be sunny said, Gentina was a banner, so we're going to say, one kind of credit to say, now what you may say in the next now by a day.
Wow, counselor.
Yeah.
Asam na aba you. Asam na on person obet de bia na wati ya be. Say no. Abayo ani abrante ya wari yi. Unya sure say bia odon na odon dodo nti na wantimi an kantre no person bia abayo an beja ano. Why am so ana?
If it's a semi can say want to me improve custody of the child you have. You are not qualified.
I'm not qualified for marriage.
Be single, but one for.
Hey. Answer, one man,
so want to me and define the state of Nkwalane war.
Oh, okay.
So want to me pemunka embria semu. Obi shano bisa say, oh oba. Na can say ania. Sabio mononima enkwasi asem. It's a stupid question.
Mo nante mo quarter na e bia nkomodie mo
my sister, there's a stage where you have a child comes in.
Okay.
Because you shouldn't be asked. In the first place, if you truly have gone for premarital counseling, not church counseling. Forget about their own.
Also have
that is not
in the church.
Those things they do. Those things they do, they are not counseling. Those ones they do, they are not. I'm talking about professional counseling for a premarital counseling. Premarital counseling is where we don't bring the two together. Discover yourself and know what the truth is before you bring somebody else. Your stage at your child when to announce I have a child.
Oh, okay.
Because by then, young compensation, who say this guy is not ready to marry anybody with a child. This lady is not ready to marry anybody with a child. So I realized that I am not qualified for you because I am not your taste. So we don't go further to have history. Otherwise, you work and everybody knows your history. If I'm dating you, me no better call out. Now, Oba. Now, yen share of Frankie's winter ice cream mouth. Now, we do what? We see what we do. There's nobody I should leave at home. So he will not disturb us. He's going to sit at the children's playground so that we have our time. You are a stupid girl. And nobody will marry you. Where Jimmy off? Where Jimmy?
Me no. Last week now, we be friend now can't a basem. Let it be so that the person by so we share a branch we are 1 our proposing to or no.
I said, come on, you do the same. Come on, and you one chamber. Bear mad in Kola Kwawadia, and this or Badia Kola Kwawadia.
Girl,
no, me that's all worry no. Bear ma will 5 or no, no, thank you. It's me 1 man 9 is here. Me sure na me walewa, me bisa say, me bisa me what 10 and I'm saying the conversation you do baby how because in that particular preamble me want Kola 9 that no major no on that. And me pese woman me ana. Do I have the capacity to
take conversation is different.
So there's a whole I'm saying now the conversation is different. The counseling is different.
Okay.
But in our church lines, they counsel all of them the same. Nyamina shaba. Sasa. And Crawford the back our demo breasts here in my office because when they were entering into the marriage, they had a child. But they never did a thorough check to see whether they can still give birth to a child.
Oh, okay.
There are men today who entered into marriages with 2 children. And it has been proven that none of the children are theirs. Sister, and common ye did ye throw. And young pie body ye canoe. So, Missy, you have to first discover what I want you to have.
So, is it that the church is not telling us the truth or what?
They don't know what to say. Forgive them. Like Jesus said on the cross. The church don't know what to say. Forgive them.
You, Yanko.
It can make us say, and come and see, Bessie. Titiri yakwa wade ebise wo ene social media nti omo mbisa and as of maame no one of the biggest problems are omo mayem bisa
Personal me go be a
It's just a sowing die busua ejuma yeah. The fact that he's in my church qualifies him as a good man, as a good woman. No, the church has no right over marriage. The law has no right over marriage. It is the family. So, se obi woba, no what to me they see. Ama ye shida wadi no so. Let's not blame the man. Let's not blame the woman. Whoever supervised that marriage must be called to book.
Wow.
Now, see how they because so baby. Now, what they cause no? You know, make us say, Abrante wa what they pay. And I knew TMU. Councillors now, your councillor, I predate so I say, shida wadi no so. And I'm a bear. Me bear when I'm a far crata, and Abrante and Koya. Or far crata, and Koya or court no. Ya trosso. Adwa menu meko Spencer. Frank JJT. Mempen wasem divorcee. And I'm sure councillor say, are you aware the marriage you're about to bless? The young man has married before. Oh, how? I said, take the document and see. And Yenny was say, so how did you counsel them? Okay. Number 2. And I went back. I said, look at the young lady's story. The form she filled. She said 1 child. I want 13th. Me who document on the 9th. I want to go up some good na assorting count the good.
Mommy be a phone line.
So Abrante didn't call baby. We should blame whoever was their counselor.
Their counselor.
And we should blame the family of the girl. That they were able to receive a family. Not doing investigation behind. Hey, call them the idea. Call them the idea. You book twice. First one, you book corner, you see Kafia, Sikan echo. Yeah, $5 in call. The lowest denomination is here, 1 Ghana city, 5 Ghana city. Yeah, the Kokome Busiana Nensa, Ne Busiana Chaman Brantie, Ewo Conquer, we are saying, near the Yashi, you said, George Luto Massay, or Shampala, Ne Busian Tracy, yeah, the Chiobi Oba, Namusuma Tracy, or be a 1 million. I want to go back. Now, Muslim frame meeting. I was here, Jimmy, for your Hifa. 030 1593 030 1593 Francis see announce so far adventure ebra na what person e be san international ato aso esan say enema bebre wa same way mu a e say yesua yie wo ba na de kwa aware mu a enema bebre ene yam penim de nte yam funso bebre na aware na da achen asem ne ye kan ne ne eti frɛ na so far adventure ebra na yenkoye nim sa 030. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, from Sana Frefi. Me pacha o frɛ me pɛ no wachi mu volume na perform ye di nkomo. Afternoon papa, o di ni baby a Frefi. Mu mie mu ma me why na maintain the kasa. Okay. Yeah, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Me pacha wa oba frɛ bia Ghana for me say mu chi mu TV ni nkɔfom. Utie wo ho ayentimi ni nkomo ya brɛ no esua. Enti bomodin a wo frɛ ya na wachi mu volume na perform na ye di nkomo 030 277 1593 frɛ na mama counselor nyame wa ha. Enti wo frɛ na wachi Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, you're from send maybe I'll pray for Papa.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, you're from send maybe I'll pray for.
Hello, good afternoon.
But I will fry no watching motive enough for what oh dear one ain't me name come up.
At the end here for no way you know film. Oh, and you when young man Yakumaya sister. Who do watch it? Man Yakumaya, why? Sister. Oh. What's a holiday? I can't read it.
Good afternoon, Ross and baby. Yeah, Papa, ain't you? Why?
But I don't know that.
You ain't you?
They should be better than what that. They shouldn't do the time. So, there's a Papa tell. What kind of credit mobile application? They should look on Then I go and I go about the year. You know, almost to buy. So the thing I didn't with you. Any better.
Johnny. Now, while in the hey, Bema call. Hey, Jai.
One and Nancy Ache.
Jano, me fan sa. Oko wale obi na kono na mama yale papa yale a. Me wale no, ye fa kan sha wale ase.
Hello, good afternoon. Then, good afternoon, Papa. Frost and Alfred Fee. Would you baby Alfred Fee? Yo, down I ain't you. Why? I feel to me can.
Hello.
But out to me can.
I'm checking cable.
MC, I'm checking cable na mami o na ene de am for bebo me.
That one dey kan mama ye mfa kan shower dey ase. But Bema okoji loan dey worry oba na ne bi.
Bema ye mfa kan shower dey ase.
But Bema oji loan.
Emo Bema oji loan dey worry.
Say Bema mo ba bi ani tu gina so ni fu gina so. A tattoo body sisi echi. Obi ehu ye nko na abehu. Awakoji loan. A bank re bi say na this can ko e dey. O say me dey for worry.
Good
afternoon.
Very marriage.
Another me lines no any mama any mama me
Oba Sabema no.
Nya na ye ni nkomo.
Oba Bema.
Etam ga say Bema e ko bank.
Na do nya ka ni
Na ye bisa say then na this can ko no ma honest report say it's for marriage. Na bank need to meet gina awade no so as a collateral. E ma ni loan na Bema ni ebie.
So senti.
Because bank bi a Mexico the o ma bisa ngina so.
Yeah.
It's a bank agia to mu say o worry eto fiance se fia ene e ma loan na Bema wani abi da chi wi edi ebeba na me mo ba bi an wale Bema no ho nso ye afi okọ ba bi fi okọ wale no na wure fie ho no ni mama yale ni papa yale ono ohwe ni mama ono otu omu danka bra dwane ye mfa kan sha wade ase
Eti se bi obeso obo abayo na se obo
obeso obo na abo na wale no say abayo na busu wa ni pe ni o de to duro ma ni mama ni papa say obayo wale no
yo
buano na wale
etimi oba Bema ni so e
tiemi
say oba bi so esi aware kwan so no wo ni sika no akoto Bema
o wa ye den
ono so
obeso obo ano
akoto Bema
to bas Obama ye den oba ye den
oba na hia Bema
Dabi baby o kan bibi oba wo ni sika
o mesi aware
Dabi
na tanye Bema nyina de
o so for na nya botie
Emma bi was casting
so
Bema
mama
Emma bi
so
kwa
mama to wase Jimmy
Emma ni
Jimmy agrada ya chiao
enye Jimmy owo nyansa oba nyansa fo
oba Bema so kwa ware oba
odibi na sane mure
edwan na ware wan
oye adwuma so
wan na ware wan
ya ware mu so amusi hey oba ni bi aya de fo
oba
so oba be so obo ani
so mama tia se sia emma mo wale Bema
oh me kasa point of correct
and ya kan here na ye tie o ye
me si wakohia Bema
na oni
ana se Bema ehia
no
wo ni nyina mo didi mo ho nkomo mo do mo ho ne mo ho Bema na nyuma aba fam risika sem aba fam ebi ni ho sisi ya na mo si aware kwan so wotumi tobi no so atobi ana me boa there are several people makom up till today wo ho no mo panti ma betu se yo Bema no wo ma me yare o papa enye fine eno enkyere me ntumi mboa we will be us
but there sounds like I say and shower ya so kwa busu na busu afo ni nyina yare na ya de kan na bre wo de a
oba wona wo pen no wakwa akotom na wo se me ware ni pana meboa na me ho susu se metumi aboa I can do it but se me ntumi nya me fa me tin kohim se metumi aye na me ntumi nya so na akoye ka e wo kwan so e na counselor kan bibi oba ma me correct e ho no me sra ye wo sorry ankesi a was certified counselors.
That's right.
The word is certified counselors.
Yeah.
Counseling procedures. But sorry being so high so mami for when we dear omunim nyansa yedi etufo anase ye chire ekwan. The difference wom ba kwa kosua we sua niama aka ho esua lock akra e de apata achire bi obi su je adoma chede enti sa di panic onu so nka won counseling school ni efa eno abodin ni so nye den enka ho ma no Send your way and never be or you be only yet. No mistake. Can you young free as sorry anymore? Because Yamatu had due diligence. I was said, Ebba, send your bear our arena or more mistake beer and maho, yes, I am bad because a year more. I had done a year because yen to me and Shimu and
your counselor, so for beyond or your counselor. And there's some
Sophobia, record training school, be a counselor.
Oh, what
of my main kind said, there is no professional counselor trained that can practice in any church. I swear on my clerical.
May
say there is no professional counselor who has been trained that can practice professionally in any church. I challenge some man. I have been in this ministry
because
for 33 years. I am not a child.
Yes. Hello. And you'll be an office.
Stop my meeting.
And you'll be an office.
Stop my meeting. Stop my meeting. People have been trained professionally. And what a professional ethics demands, the church cannot condone to it.
Oh, that's all.
The position of the church when it comes to sex before marriage, it's not what is for the professional counselor. My professional counselor trained, I'm a sex therapist, licensed. My interrogation for your first touch to sex is how did it go? Not the church. The church is looking for sin. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
and yes, I am taking information as now what in Yabem, what they are about me, so shitty.
So when you want to practice in the church, there are too many caveats that the church sees it as spiritual, and it doesn't go into your professional ethics. I know what I'm saying. Church now you never be blessed somewhere. Wouldn't say church has no right to demand anybody's medical report. No church has it.
Hey.
Yes, by law. By law, under the chapter 8 of the patient charter. So sorry, I'm a form and now I'm calling me HIV positive. That the church has right to deny us not to marry. No. But they do. My question, now me let forces in your correct. So I'm saying, oh, practice it professionally. My using the word. If you are practicing professionally in the church, you can never practice because the spiritual caveats and the dogmas in the church will not allow you. So there are a lot of professionals who are just doing rubber stamp according to the senior pastors' whims and caprices. So they will always fail. And you see, I just give you a practical example.
Sorry,
and I just give you a practical example. Oh, sorry, the one you're going to Unim say your bought pieces young before the Jawa didn't tell your mom was sorry then. So mammy don't go. There be an ayat there. Doggy womb, missionary womb, sika womb, car womb, Shanikawa, and Miana owns our dinner bread. Such Namia Duma, Opeso worry. Now, Waba, Adiaba Konomaka. Do your self search. Show the father of the child. Know where the father is. Let the father be in the life of the child. That is a good marry the man. So that you be bold enough to prove to the next man coming that this is it. Until I come next week, if any man wants to marry you and befriend your child, he's a wrong man. I repeat, if any man wants to marry you and becomes nice to your child, he's a wrong man. If any man wants to marry you and your child says, I like Uncle George, he's a wrong husband. On 0277 609 644. My name is Reverend Dr. Counselor Cyril George Casterson Luttrell. I am fully responsible for all my comment. But make sure that you do due diligence. Of my buy one repeat. It's an your friend Makwe Ginger honey chips. Let's throw to binary. So for me, pursue a few man. on time.
Oba, yeah, koi. Now, just an ever room. This next week, they were Madame T. What may I be by my time? What's it came? I'm going to say, I want Mr. Bishop His Grace Anderson, Mr. Babusa Perry. Babusa Perry, and your permission, Babusa Perry. It's in a way I don't know why I want what to feel. And I'm having the next come up. Now I'm called
about recommend the churches for job well done. Our real or more extra so Yankopon and that's so etiasi. Nemum make us say they should always leave the counseling for certified counselors, those that are within the church.
That's right.
Now, Omonia or Mojuma senior is set a factor. It's in a sorry move where a Juma Ankasa. Now, after so say, oh, you're born one. Nothing stops you from getting married. Just up understanding between you and a partner. Mumfan Yama to 2 years, it was 20 years, what home was it? Obana so Sabana Obaba were in a donor. I know bonus or your banner, Papa, because of a Obano, and my next year, Lechna, the Dutch, I love me, love my
One month.
One month.
I tell you what repeat that statement.
and then one no, then I will be me bound and I said, then you only
Obi here for see back.
I have a steady power in the China. A 02 for
What you know any pie, Regina.
Also, will be for Onyakupo Shira.
Thank you.
So, Mammy,
I had a day to say, do a deal, ABC, Nango Ponsha Munina, Mabua for Prince Margaret Estate. One episode, Boye, officially producers, Mr. Graham and Toladi, Yamin Shramo, baby, I'm more credible, Mr. Dano, Frank Asari, yeah, Yamin Shram, my boss, wherever you are, I salute.
What I friend Francis or what a Rotary Club. Also, yeah, doubt just when money anything.
No,
I your boy children.
Or what?
Oh,
Almost it's a me and Roman. I watch your son, your best answer. Because the other repeat on what it now, they're kind enough and some more MCR phone. God bless you so much for the good job done. I mean, I don't my daughter. Sorry, when you say prayer, say one for us. As that is saying, come a counselor, Lutrod, and I'm my lady, Lady Reverend Anderson. See you on Thursday.
All right, so yes, the time is short, so don't worry, we'll close. And good night. Thank you for coming. If you want to marry, define the status of your child, like I said, because and know yourself. That's our mistake. We don't know ourselves. We're using emotions. Women are using too much emotions and destroying the feelings. And the men are using their feelings.
We have to.
The men are using their
We are
feelings.
so much emotional. They're so emotional. When you touch us, you touch us.
That's right. That's right. That's my lady.
Somebody says, yes, she is. Somebody asking a question. Yes, she is.
Oh, we will say, oh, Ariana. Chef.
Is she really soft, mommy?
I'm going to
so bizarre. If I try soft, mommy, you couldn't soft for the quarter.
Hey, you're right.
Soft for the anointing and what is that?
Aye, or sister,
soft for
you understand? You have to do the thing, lomo, and feel it.
Yes.
If you don't feel it,
you are not doing it. The sentence of mommy tea, not of papa, what in your
it doesn't matter.
And I said, when the what's the way the a breath for saying, Libre don't call. It's a gunny bed. I have bed. I have bed. For Davina, who said, me put them the side. Obi anangu abontin the side. So thank you all very much, and I will end it here. But definitely, take it is a serious statement. Don't use emotions to choose a partner to marry you. It's very important for you to learn that. The most important thing is to do a discovery of how you got your child, where the child is coming from, where is the father, and at the end of the day, you will enjoy the rest of your life. Good night, good morning. My name is Counselor George Lutrot, 0277 609 644. Everybody will go and hide, but I'll come out because I fear nothing. When I die, nobody loses anything, not even my family. Ladies and gentlemen, I came alone.
You go alone.
I will die. I will not die with my wife. That is why when I'm traveling, I don't
Mrs.
travel with my
Luchard,
wife.
I go in.
But those of you who want to die with your wife, God bless you. I will not die
It
with my
will
wife.
even shock you, say, men like this, when they are home, they don't talk.
Unfortunately for me, but how do we? But if you say men like this when we are home,
today my God.
but what are we doing? What are we doing at home? Is it when we are home?
Asa mo ba fia.
You better with you.
Mo ne mo yenu mo fia.
You better with you.
Na mo ho adwo te say wole.
Now you better with you.
Hey.
You better with you.
I once visited a CEO bi on fie. When this CEO about outer, the way he's loud.
I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee? Ginger chips at me power chow. Say enye mape ginger chips dear. And you then I worry. And it is something say you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it say we will be open green tea to send me me green tea and I may be egum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me saka no na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about ginger and you see the health benefits of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and I come and I yet mape ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina mubiti me afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver ye dia more kama. So we Ghana so be patch ofre
0277-609-644.
mape ginger chips dear OBA here. I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee? Ginger chips at me power chow. Say enye mape ginger chips dear. And you then I worry. And it is something say you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it say we will be open green tea to send me me green tea and I may be egum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me saka no na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about ginger and you see the health benefits of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and I come and I yet mape ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina mubiti me afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver ye dia more kama. So we Ghana so be patch ofre
0277-609-644.
mape ginger chips dear OBA here. I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee? Ginger chips at me power chow. Say enye mape ginger chips dear. And you then I worry. And it is something say
Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya one fi yare. Yamfa yare nso nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pockets, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055-000-5077. 055-000-5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support. and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support.